Dun, 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 dun. Yo, Yoda, Baby Yoda. So for this tutorial, I'll be creating a Baby Yoda. As you can see here, it's just a simple video, but it's quite realistic, I think. So yeah, I'm proud of it. Um, so this is the end product. Hopefully I could create a three-part tutorial. Um, at the end of the tutorials, hopefully we could create something like this, like a cutie cutie Baby Yoda. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, without further ado, I can show you the blender. So yeah, the animation, the simple animation was created in Blender 3D. It's a free software. It's available via Steam. I think you can download it in their website, blender.org. I'll provide you the link in the description. It's just unfortunately I wasn't able to create the time lapse or the VG's screen of how I did it. So but by the next tutorial I'll probably create or redo all of the steps on creating this Baby Yodas. So so in the meantime I'll be showing you the simple components of the 3D model. So as you can see, it's just comprised of I think three main elements: the head. So yeah, Baby Yoda doesn't move a lot, and it's actually a very good intermediate designing model, because as you can see, Baby Yoda does not have the limbs exposed, so you won't be having problem rigging that part at the end. You'll just need to focus with the head. You need to do the sculpturing part. So I'll be showing you how I did the sculpture, and then some clothing technique. I'll probably show you how I made the clothes via the physics physics simulation. So as you can see, it's realistic, right? I did that by just letting go of the plane and then letting it drop on a cylinder. But yeah, more on details, more on that once we get hopefully in the next 2 or 3 tutorials after this one. So I won't be discussing much, but just a bit of overview. The head was just created from a single spear, and then from a spear we did the sculpturing. So there's a base model. This is actually the reference that we use. The good thing about Yoda is that he's famous. Even Baby Yoda has got a lot of pictures available on Google. You could simply Google him and then use that as your reference. So yeah, yeah, I'm quite proud of this guy. So most of the details were used via sculpting, via draw. The ears was actually was created using the snake hook. So you can see here there's a snake hook, but I won't be modifying this model. We will be recreating a new one. What else? The texture was created via the the usual um, node wrangling. I'll show you the node wrangling part. So hmm, the skin was just a simple PNG created. Yeah, here it goes. That's weird. So the this base model I just painted using the texture paint of Blender, um, and it's just a simple green, the green stuff from Yoda. I didn't detailed it much because I want to create my own normal map. So if you click the normal map, you can see there are actually a bit of bumps and details you could use as yeah, as normal map, and that's helpful because we could render this quickly instead of using the displacement. You could combine it with displacement, but the difference that in normal map it simulates it in the texture, doesn't add the bump, so that doesn't modify the shape. What else? I've created this normal map via Photoshop, but yeah, we will discuss it more in detail soon. Uh, I also created some of the experimental part, but I end up not using it. I just used this ISO as a roughness. Let me see what I put here. Oh yeah, so I did name it as ISO, but it's just actually a roughness map. Um, the black part indicates that it's actually reflective, so shiny, and the white part is it's like the skin. It doesn't reflect much of the light. The clothing, there's actually I think this one's available. I didn't make this. I'll provide you the link on where I got it. But there are actually a lot of free sites which provide HDRI textures and even models you could easily use. So I encourage you guys to not to work from scratch, but to at least reuse some of the available freebies in the internet. As you can see, it's very good. And it's a bit complicated. Let me check. It's complex in a way that they've already provided all of the needed, for example, the coordinate and the mapping. You could change the texturing scale here. You could translate it. There's even a mosaic rotation. Anyway, I'll provide you the link for that one. So yes, and for the rendering part, as you can see, the global map used an HDRI. Again, there's an HDRI Haven, which is a very good site for free HDRI maps. I used one of it, one of the maps there called Immenstadterhorn. Anyway, it's a great map. Oops. Okay. So let me change it back there. So the rendering engine is called Cycle. That's the default rendering engine for whenever you render in Blender. But there's actually a very good rendering engine called EV, real-time 3D engine, rendering engine, and it provides you a lot of information in real time, which I encourage you to use while modeling, sculpting, texturing before doing the cycles rendering. Yeah, so I'll cut short the video here, and then in the next video we'll jump into recreating the Yoda head. So thank you. Please hit subscribe and like. Bye.